on the OBS on the restream.
Feature on the OBS. I mean on the
Um,
restream.
I was we gonna have to get it popping. I'm gonna have to hear that. I'm gonna have to figure that out myself. But yo, let's get it popping, man. What we talking about? You turn it
Man,
down. Turn it down just a little bit. It's coming. It's gonna, or it won't let you turn it down.
yeah, let me. I control all the volume. I control you, the restream, the background music. I just turned it down.
What? This boy got some technology. Let's go. You gonna have to show me how to use that. But
Oh
yo,
yeah.
man. Hey, what? This boy got some technology. Hey, that's dope. Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, yeah.
You learn something new every day. But man, let's go ahead and let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about
Right.
it.
Yeah, so man, I was talking about Dak Prescott's contract, and I was pretty much just going through why it is impossible, to do anything besides extend him. So, we're looking at the overall cap hit of $59.4 million. We just touched on the fact that he has the power to veto all trades that he's actually involved in because he has a no trade clause. And more importantly, I'm gonna actually share the screen real quick so they can see these cap hits, the dead cap hits. So boom, I got his contract pulled up. These the dead money. If they cut him prior to June 1st next year, it'll be a $61.9 million loss in dead money. The following year, you'll have $36.4 million in dead money. And the year after that, you'll still have dead money in the form of $11 million. So if you add all that up over the next 3 years, right? Let's do some quick simple math. That's 61.9 plus 36.4 plus 11. Well, that's $109.3 million in dead money.
God damn.
Over the next 3 years. And if you get cute and you try to cut him post June 2nd, like you designated Zeke, that's still a dead cap hit of 25.4 plus 25.4.
It's a whole lot of money,
Plus
man. That's what you're
11.
saying. It's a whole lot of goddamn money, man.
Yeah, so it'll still be a dead cap hit of $61.8 million just to not have him as your starting quarterback.
It's a lot of money, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Bump it 5 times said he could use that 109 million.
So we all use that 109 million. But I mean, listen, that's the thing about it, man. When it's all said and done, the real question is y'all trying to look for another quarterback. Like miss me. I mean, I know Henny. Listen to me, man. He live in the liquor store, and when you in the store, you got to be real. You got to do inventory. So he do his inventory and stuff like this. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: if we ain't got that special drink that everybody love, come holiday season, we out of there. Why? Because they gonna go get it from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you this right here: the Cowboys ain't got no quarterback. We can't go get it from nowhere else. So it's really about how much are you willing? How much are you willing? Like how much? What to what point? Do you at what point do you care so much about losing you care so much more about losing than winning that you're willing to not pay the price? Like are you guys are we really the Baltimore Ravens? Are we really the Baltimore Ravens? Like we are willing to pay the price with like lost games? Like I don't think so, bro. Like Cowboy Nation, you gotta think like this, bro. We 2 years in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? One year we didn't go to the playoffs, but the year before that, out of the last 4 years, you've been to the playoffs 4 years. Life is looking good over y'all. Listen to me. I know landlord, he always be talking about the trap, but the Cowboys don't live in the trap. We live in a really nice neighborhood.
And a gated
like
community, man. They
like
got
in a
they got
gated community. Like
neighborhood watch. There's
neighborhood watch like a mug, bro. Like we are not like this is good living over here. Now, don't get me wrong. It ain't mansion, it ain't Beverly Hills, but it ain't Oak Cliff, it ain't El Dorado. And I'm from El Dorado, so watch your mouth when you try to get mad at
hey,
me when I say that. It ain't El Dorado. You know what I'm saying? It might be Texarkana, but it ain't El Dorado. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all. Like, do y'all really want to go to like I don't know, like what's a team like the
You remember how the Browns used to be?
like the Browns used to be? You know what I mean? Like y'all want to go to the Well, guess what? That was the only difference between the Browns and the Dallas Cowboys is a quarterback, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? My boy said, "What you know about Texarkana, bro?" I know Texarkana.
Boy, I live in Texarkana. Where you think this popping off from? You thought I
Hey,
was somewhere
somebody,
out?
hey, Bumpy, hey, listen, Bumpy 5X said he said, "What you know about Texarkana?"
Hey, Bumpy, we in Texarkana right. I'm in Texarkana right now doing this live stream, man.
That boy, my cousin is in Texarkana. But if you close to Texarkana, tap in, man. But yeah, man, I think that's really the question that people need to start asking themselves is how badly do you not want to have your quarterback, bro? Like, I don't really like. Is there amount of money that I would not like? People be like one of my favorite artists is the Migos, right? And they had a tragic death in their group. And I don't doubt anything that these guys be saying, but I'm thinking like when these guys be like, I'll give it all away to give you back one moment. I be thinking like, damn, but is there really a price where you be like to God, like, nah, I'm gonna keep my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like it's a funny joke, but I'm not trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be real. Like, is there amount of money where you could be like, God be like, all right, I'll give them back to you, but you got to give me this, and you be like, damn, Jesus, that's kind of high. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's like, that's where some of us got to be with our football, where it's like, at what point do you be like, damn, I don't want to win a Super Bowl that bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to win one that bad. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think there's such a thing right now for most of the Dallas Cowboy fan base, just because of the amount of time it has been, since we won one. Shoot, I think they probably give up. Maybe not give up an organ, man, but they might donate some plasma at the plasma center. To give for the Dallas Cowboys to win a championship, and we need to feel that way because if you just look mathematically, because I'm always gonna go back to the basics. I'm gonna go back to some stuff you can easily quantify. If you look at the amount of time, like that Dak Prescott's been here, like this is the most successful stretch the Dallas Cowboys have had since the 90s. If you look at his overall win percentage, the overall amount of playoff games we won in the time he's been here, right? Like we have not had a losing season any season that Dak Prescott has started and finished. Any season that Dak Prescott has had at least double-digit starts, we have had at least a 500 record or better.
Damn, so it's been good eating since Dak's been here.
Yes, because even in the Tony Romo era, and it was worse rosters, of course. But even in the Tony Romo era, when we were getting top 10 quarterback play, we were ending 8-8. Like we went 8-8 3 consecutive seasons, and the year before that we were 6-10. So there was like a 4-year stretch. We didn't even sniff the playoffs, and we knew we had top level quarterback play. So
think about this: there was a time where you would be so successful one season, and then the very next year you would be like 4 wins.
Right. Yeah, because remember, 2014, Dez called it. It was a wonderful year, wonderful story until the end of that. But the very next year, we finished so badly. We were
2015.
We
hey, you know what's crazy? Bro, I'm gonna tell you this: 2015 is so bad, people don't even remember it, bro. Because we had 2014, Dez caught it. What happened in 2015? I don't know. I don't even remember. 2016, what happened? Dak and Zeke. That's how bad bad seasons are. Like 2020, what happened in 20? Like you've asked somebody, I couldn't even tell you who won the Super Bowl in 2015.
Oh damn, you messing my head up with this one.
Off the top of my head, I can't tell you, bro.
Patriots.
I would assume the math says the Patriots.
Yeah, because remember
the math says you could just say Patriots and be right theoretically too, though.
I believe so, because I think 2014, the Seattle Seahawks ended up winning the title. They went back the very next year, and they lost to New England. And then in 2016, New England had to come back against Atlanta, because I know they won back-to-back championships. And then they lost a third consecutive appearance in 2017 against the Eagles.
Damn.
Oh, he said Cam lost the Super Bowl, so it might have been the Broncos won in 2015. I know somebody won. Shit.
I thought the Cam season was 2006. That was 16, right?
I don't know, but hey, quick
when he was dabbing on everybody.
I think it might have been 2015. But quick shout out to Donald Rydu Jr. for the $10 donation. I appreciate the love and support, my guy.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I think that's what my question really is like how much money, how at what point do you be like, damn, I don't want I don't want to win a Super Bowl that bad. Like, I don't want to pay the price to win a Super Bowl that bad. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think you got to pay the price, bro. And it's not even paying the price because Cowboy fans are the only fans that think like this. Everybody else is too scared to not have a quarterback, bro. Like everybody else, like the thought of not having a quarterback is just it's just too scary. But like Cowboy fans, we've kind of gotten immune or just not having like a real franchise quarterback. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I
you feel
mean,
me? And it's like we really got blessed because Romo, we didn't have to go find him either. You know what I'm saying? We found him, you know what I'm saying? He was an undrafted free agent, but what I'm really
I
saying
was gonna
is
say, you know how lucky the Dallas Cowboys have been. They have the
I know
nerve to
that's what I'm
find.
saying, but it's like how long, bro? Like you gotta know, even in business, bro, you gotta know that you can't budget around luck, bro. You can't budget around that. You can't budget around anomalies. You know what I'm saying? Like Shaquille O'Neal can't be the standard. Why? Because everybody can't be 7'6". You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be 7'6". That can't be the standard. The standard has to be something that's achievable.
Mhm. And I agree with you on that. And to piggyback on what you said about teams being desperate for quarterbacks, like look at the links that the Browns went to get a quarterback. Like this man had more allegations, than he did accolades. But they gave him a fully guaranteed contract to come over and play quarterback for them. Look at what happened with Big Ben Roethlisberger. Like people are taking risks on quarterbacks, turning blind eyes to things they do off the field just to have a serviceable quarterback. Because Big Ben did not just like have one allegation. He had an allegation that he backdoored had the same kind of allegation a couple years down the line. People forget
At
about
the same school, damn near.
Then, nobody even likes Aaron Rodgers, but he has stayed in Green Bay for 100 years just based off the fear fact that he can play quarterback real well.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, the fact that Big Ben got married like saved him. After that second allegation, Big Ben was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and settle down." Yeah, you need to, bro.
Yeah, he's doing too much, my boy.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just that. I mean, I know a lot of fans. Well, not y'all fans. You guys are smart fans. So you guys appreciate it. But it's like I know it's hard to like appreciate these seasons when you're not actually winning Super Bowls as well. But bro, you don't want to go back to what we're coming out of. You know what I'm saying? And a large reason of why we're like that is because of Dak, bro. Like that's just we've had a lot of great players. We've had a lot of good players come through our organization in the last 10 years. But the two biggest movements that the Cowboys have ever been at the quarterback position. So it's like, unless, and this is the thing, if you're not going to keep Dak, then this is the year that you need to go find your new Dak. Like, the Cowboys aren't going to find a Troy Aikman, meaning a guy that they're going to draft in the first round and he's going to be your number one, blah, 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 blah. You need to definitely start looking for your next Dak because if you don't, listen to me, if the next contract that Dak gets is going to make him a quarterback for the Cowboys for a long time, because that's the only way that they're not going to be able to give Dak a 3-year contract. If they give Dak a 3-year contract, they're going to be burning themselves, because what if Dak actually wins a Super Bowl? And guess what? In 3 years, in 2 years, technically, because as you can tell, players don't like playing on 1-year deals. So I'm going to tell y'all a good heads up. Whenever you hear somebody sign a 5-year deal, always think it's what? 4. You see somebody signing a 3-year deal, always think it's what? 2. You see somebody sign a 2-year deal, it's always what? 1. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants to play on a 1-year deal, man. Especially if you're a great established player. So it's like, that's what it's really about. Like, it's really about, do the Dallas Cowboys want to, do y'all like being up here where, you know what I'm saying, where we got nice, you got first, it's like we in first class right now. Now, obviously, we not driving the plane, but we damn sure ain't in coach in the back where they giving them dudes crackers. We up here, we got our feet kicked up. And listen to me, I know some of y'all don't want to accept this, but listen to me. Losing in the second round of the playoffs after losing in the first round before, I can promise you there's probably 20 teams in the NFL that would love to end their season exactly the way we did.
Facts.
But I get it. It's not enough. We want more. But, you know what I'm saying? You still got to kind of be appreciative of what you've achieved. You know what I'm saying? And it also should make you not want to go back. That's what I'm really saying. Like, I don't want to go living. I love the hood. I love where I'm from. I love my people in the hood. I love everything it represents. I love going through the hood, getting food. I love, you know what I'm saying, I love that. I love going back and buying candy for the kids. But I'm not trying to live there. I'm not trying to live there.
Oh God.
I like where I live. My neighbors is cool. They mind their own business. We all got cameras. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We all got Frenchie dogs. You know what I'm saying? I like where I live. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go back to that.
Indeed. And listen, Michael McQuay, you my guy, so I'm gonna break this down for you, because extending Dak Prescott actually gives you the ability to sign all those guys that you just named. Because CeeDee Lamb, Diggs,
And use the example you always use about financing a car.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so because listen, if they don't extend Dak Prescott next year, they got to give him $59 million up front. So instead of giving Dak Prescott $59 million up front, you can do it just like, financing a vehicle. Like if you give Dak Prescott an extension, you'll be able to push that money that you owe Dak Prescott towards the end of his contract and significantly lower the amount of money that you actually have to pay him next year. Because Diggs and CeeDee Lamb are coming up pretty much next year, right? Because Lamb has a 5th-year option after this year.
I think when Micah Parsons is ready to get paid, we'll all know it, because I just feel like he's just gonna tweet it. Yeah, I'm ready to get paid. Like I have no fear that I feel like Micah Parsons is just gonna wake up one day in 2024 and be like,
yeah, I need that.
Yeah, I need that bag. Facts, bro. Like I feel like he's literally gonna he's gonna be out with his homie or somewhere, and his homie's gonna buy something that he can't afford, and he's gonna be like,
yeah,
I need that, bro. I need that.
He gonna mess around and be club hopping with Aaron Donald. He gonna buy out the bar.
For real, bro. Like for real, bro. Like some random situation's just gonna pop in his head. Like, yeah, I need that, bro. I need that.
But
my mom.
But for real though, like extending Dak Prescott actually gives you a lot of flexibility. Just like the way that you research him gave you a lot of flexibility this year. So you saw how his cap hit went from $45 million to $25 million. It's the same principle giving him this extension. So you'll have enough money by giving Dak Prescott an extension actually to pay Diggs. You'll be able to pay CeeDee Lamb. And then when the time comes, you'll be able to pay Parsons as well.
Because I'm gonna tell you this: if Dak has a $59 million cap hit, you're losing somebody next year.
You're losing everybody if he has.
Like to be honest with you, if Dak has a $59 million cap hit, they may send my ass to Philadelphia. Like, let's go. We just can't do it, bro. We can't. And you know what's crazy? The sad thing about it is, listen to me. This is called foreseeing, right? Because listen. I'm foreseeing a problem that's going to happen. You know why? Because the Dallas Cowboys was able to move Dak's money around this year and use it to make money for them. So what do you think they're going to what do you think they're going to say about Dak in a season where they legitimately can't move the money around? Like, think about this. Jerry lied to us this year and said that it was because of Dak that we couldn't move money around. And we all knew that wasn't true. And some people still believed it. Exactly. So what is going to happen to Dak? What is the nation going to do to Dak when that's actually true? Because think about this, next year, if Jerry Jones says we can't better this team because of the quarterback position, it's true.
Yeah, he ain't lying next year.
He's true. It's 100% true next year. But Jerry, you also get a 1-year running head start also. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, there's a big ass hole that's waiting for us to fall in this time next year. But you also get a year to prepare for it. Mm-hmm. It's right. It's literally like, this is literally like a baby, bro. Like the Dallas Cowboys are pregnant with an extension baby. They pregnant with a Micah Parsons baby, and they pregnant with a Dak Prescott extension baby, and that baby's coming, bro. So y'all can either go buy a bunch of diapers when it's time to come and spend all your money out, or you could do what you be saying, start paying on it now, bro.
Yeah, and like you said, KD Drummond broke it down too. Yeah. I like KD stuff, so you tap in with Ken Folk. He writes nice articles. But yeah,
hey, KD will do interviews too. You should inbox him. He should be KD's a solid dude. He'll inbox. He'll do shows.
Bet I'll hit him then, man. Because we in sort of the same space. I came in here writing, so I might have to get some pointers off Ken Folk.
Hey, I think KD will be a good guy to look at as a. We'll talk about it offline, but he'll be a good mentor too in that aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Bet that.
Professional, we got the underground bosses, and then we got the people that we'll talk about it on others. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and also, because you can actually give Dak Prescott, you can actually give Diggs and CeeDee Lamb both extensions right now, and it really would not affect the cap space too much. because you
And you know what you
already
could also do too?
what's
And
that?
you know what you could also do too?
What's
You know
that?
what you could do with CeeDee Lamb and Trevon Diggs? You know what I'd probably do? I'd probably give them like matching contracts. Almost. And the cool thing about it is, I think if you give them matching contracts, like give them both $20 million.
You know what?
Neither one of them could complain, but at the same time, both of them would be getting underpaid.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you this right now: if CeeDee Lamb has 1,400 yards again, he's a $22-23 million receiver.
Well, you know, I think you can do it as long as you max them out at one area. If you make them highest and guaranteed money or highest,
I don't think you're going to have to do that with CeeDee though, because CeeDee doesn't have any stats that are going to preclude him to have a top. I think if you can just get CeeDee Lamb and get his notch in some top 10 stats, because I don't know if I could fight for CeeDee Lamb being a top 5 receiver in football right now.
He made an All-Pro selection last year. His agent's going to run with that.
I know. Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right.
Team All-Pro means like, hey, the folks, like y'all may not think it, but the same folks that vote for MVP say I was the second best wide receiver.
Who were the other wide receivers though?
Let me see. Let's see.
Listen to me. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Right-handed guy. Wrong hand. Right-handed guy. Don't be trying to act like I'm tearing my team down. I'm not tearing my team down. I'm just talking money.
Mm-hmm. So let's see.
Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. All-Pro, and because Bobby Wagner showed us that being an All-Pro, it don't seem like it mean much when it's time to get paid, bruh. It's almost like it's their appeal of you. Like there are linebackers, literally, there are linebackers right now who make 2 times as much money as Bobby Wagner does right now. 2 and 3 times as much as him, and are not all pros. Not.
All right. So these are the other wide receivers that were second team All Pro along with CeeDee Lamb. AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, and CeeDee Lamb. Those were the second team.
Who were the first team?
First team All Pro receivers. Let's take a look. There they go. Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. So listen, theoretically,
this motherfucker is, bro.
So theoretically, listen.
Hopkins is a number 2. He's not Hopkins. I don't think Hopkins will ever be anywhere where he will have an opportunity to even show that he's a number 1. I think that he will you know what I mean? I don't think a team is going to give Hopkins the opportunity to just be the number 1 dog. I think he's always going to be paired with somebody else now.
Yeah, because you're supposed to do that though for a wide receiver when they hit their 30s.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it. Not because I don't think Hopkins is the dude. It's because he's 30 years old.
Right. Yeah. So I believe you. So listen, even if you don't think he's top 5, he's top 6.
Damn, no. Listen to me. I'm about to say that right-handed guy. Like I think. Listen, if you're top 6, that's top 5. Because guess what? Out of those top 5, some of those guys are already paid. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Stephon Diggs already got his money.
So he technically doesn't count because you can't get him.
He already got his money. Devontae Adams got his money. So there's a bunch of guys on this All-Pro team. AJ Brown got his money. So
damn, I'm sorry, CeeDee. I apologize. My bad, bro.
And listen, CeeDee Lamb
my cousin sliding me right now too. Damn, listen, I feel all bad now.
Real quick. CeeDee Lamb had back-to-back 1,100-yard seasons. He had 1,100 yards 2021, and he had 1,300 yards in 2022. Back-to-back Pro Bowl selections. Made his first All-Pro team. Matter of fact, he already set franchise records in receiving. Over playing first 3 years, he had more receptions than anybody that ever played wide receiver for us. Because remember, it took Michael Irvin a while.
Damn, that boy Henny should hit me with the soundbite. You ain't gonna play. I ain't come here to play around with you.
Hey man, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. So it took me a while to come around to CeeDee Lamb, man. But
and you know what's crazy, cuz CeeDee Lamb really wasn't even CeeDee Lamb until the goddamn Packers game, bro. I'm curious, how many yards did CeeDee Lamb have before the Packers game? And how many did he have after? Because, bro, he was a totally different receiver after that Packers game.
I mean, he had 150 yards that game, if I'm not mistaken. So, he set the tone. They set the tone for a lot of things.
But think about this. The reason why we were talking about needing Odell Beckham is because CeeDee Lamb was not showing us anything.
So let's take a look. Let me go to all his games from 2000.
Also, remember, he got 5 games with freaking Cooper Rush, so that didn't help his life.
Right. So, I'm glad you pointed out the Packers game. That was his first 100-yard game of the season.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And the boy still had 1,400 yards. Hey, I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping, y'all. I did not mean to say that. CeeDee Lamb, if you see me in public, you can definitely try to put your hands on me. I will definitely try to defend myself, but you can definitely try. I ain't tripping. It is what it is. My bad.
To put this into context, he played. He did not have a 100-yard game until the Packers game, but from that game forward, he had 1, 2, 3, 4. He had 5 100-yard receiving games. The Packers game forward without having a single one before. So he had 150 yards in the Packers.
What was his stats? What was his stats before that?
The highest he had in the game before.
No, what was his overall stats? What was his overall?
Oh, I had to. Let me do some quick math real quick. I got you.
Because, bro, CeeDee Lamb could have probably had 1,800 yards if Dak would have played.
CeeDee Lamb felt the same way, too. When he did his interviews, he kept going back to the fact that Dak Prescott wasn't there. So for all the people, that Doc Cooper Rush was doing a bang-up job, CeeDee Lamb didn't even believe that.
Yeah, because he could have he probably would have had 1,000. That's 5 games, right? I mean, he would have had at least. God damn. He would have had at least.
He had 556 yards before the Packers game.
And that was week what?
That was, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was the 9th game of the season. So he played 8 games up to that point. Right. The Packers game was the 9th game of the season. So through 8 games, he had 556 yards. If you do the simple math, he had 803 yards for the rest of the season.
Damn. That boy turned up. How many more games was it?
Let's see. He played 8 games without him, so we've had 9 games with him.
So CeeDee, so y'all may say CeeDee Lamb was definitely a different wide receiver with Dak. So when people be trying to say that Dak needs help, these wide receivers need Dak just as much as Dak need them. Exactly. CeeDee Lamb needed Dak. CeeDee Lamb was on verge to, like, I'm gonna tell you this right here. If Dak doesn't come back, we probably have a different view of CeeDee Lamb right now.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Hey, what's up with you, Matt? I'm doing good tonight, man. Stephen White, what's good with you, my brother? I see you. Yeah, man, like Dak Prescott. Listen, you went from having a bottom 20 offense without Dak Prescott, and then you were the number 1 offense in the league for the time that he was playing. So, that tells you enough about Dak Prescott's pedigree and his ability on the field.
Hey, but what's funny? When that was happening, the only thing fans cared about is the fact that we were winning. And I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we ain't that old. Like, we got very good memories, my guy.
But you remember, like, we were like, yeah, we're winning, but I'm pretty sure we used to say stuff like, bro, we're winning, but I can almost guarantee you these guys want Dak back. Why? Because their contract situations, bro, they want him back.
Just enjoy the wins. Nah.
A guy like CeeDee Lamb, bro, think about this. If Dak doesn't come back this year, it could change his whole career, bro.
Man, listen, he's definitely not going to be an all-pro selection without Dak Prescott there.
No. And that was his first all-pro.
Yep. Listen, he would probably barely had got 1,000 yards at the pace he was on. He would probably barely got 1,000 yards.
I heard that. Hey, man, I gotta go pick my daughter up from swim.
Oh, well, you handle up, man. Like, I'm gonna rock out for a little bit longer, man. I appreciate you stopping by the liquor store and showing love, my boy.
I mean, actually, I might be able to still rock as long as I just pick off my Oh, look at that. I mean, I can still rock if you don't mind. I'm driving. I got you on. I can't use my video though.
I don't care about that. Just rock, man.
All right, let me connect you to my Let me connect. Hey, man. So, let me give you guys a draft update real quick. Brought to you by all the people out there. Hey, can you turn the music down just a little bit? Because when I put it on my speaker, it's gonna be loud.
Oh yeah, I got you, brother. We aim to please in the liquor store, man.
Oh, you one of them owners. That's what's up.
Yeah. Buy one, get one half off.
You're not one of those hurry up. You hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy.
What did he say? I feel sorry for your mother. Hey, you got to get a soundboard, bro, so we can drop that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever someone says something weird, you can just drop it. I feel bad for your mother. Oh man, if y'all don't know where that came from, oh man. But yo, let's
Hey,
go ahead.
hold on real quick, 1 second before you do that. Mike, I know you're late. We already did the contract breakdown. Don't even worry about it. 50, listen, remember when $30 million was a lot of money for a quarterback? And then everybody thought $40 million was gonna be a lot of money. Now Daniel Jones is the kind of quarterback getting $40 million. $50 million is gonna be the new $30 million. Don't even worry about it. Don't
Hey,
even
hey, Henny, I'm gonna let you shine on them real quick, right?
talk to me. Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I knew you finna throw me an alley oop. I was waiting to dunk it.
All right, hold on. Let me. I had to disconnect the Wi-Fi.
You good, Kinfolk? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna bring Cuz back in. He just dropped off momentarily. Give me 1 second. Last offer to Dak I heard was. See, I don't actually think they offered him anything yet. That was just like an estimate. From what I know, was an estimate. They said they haven't even had contract talks yet, according to Stephen Jones.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I don't know if it's gonna work because the internet's gonna be good up. This is what I was gonna say. You just bought about a couple months ago, right? You bought your lady her dream car, brand new Jeep, right?
Yes,
Now,
got a Jeep.
okay, now think about this, right? If you would have brought your wife a Jeep 20 years ago, it wouldn't have been the price that it is now, because 20 years ago, Jeeps were looked at as like work cars, right?
Right.
Jeeps are now looked at as sports utility. They're looked at as like people don't buy Jeeps to go to work. People buy Jeeps to look cute and do what your wife do. You know what I'm saying?
The doors all floss.
Exactly, right? So think about this. That same Jeep that you used to get a really, really good deal on them, that's why everybody used to buy them. You can't go up in no Jeep no dealership talking about, I want to get a price for that. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And think about this. It's the same product, but it's getting used for something differently. So, I mean, that's why I say, like, the number one thing the Cowboys got to understand is this, man. At the end of the day, is it worth not having a good quarterback? Like, that's really the price that you're asking to pay. Is it worth not having a good quarterback? If you guys, and listen to me right now, we don't even have a good backup. So no, it's not.
Right, indeed. Hey, shout out to the Stephen White. Shout out to Miss JC Cowboy. I see you. Hey, tell JC that we're gonna have to connect real soon, man. We're gonna have to do another show this weekend. And I think Kim Folk just lost his service again. Ain't that some mess? D shift eggs being seen. But yeah, like look, yesterday prices on eggs are not the same prices on eggs as it is now. You know what I'm saying? It's like $100 for a carton. It's like $100. It's like $100 for a carton of eggs, man. So yeah, so it's the same thing with quarterbacks. Like $30 million used to be the market rate for a quarterback. Then with the $40 million is the market rate. Now it's moving to the point where $50 million is the market rate for a quarterback. So you got to look around. You got to look around the league, man. Kyler Murray is making $46 million a year without ever winning a playoff game. They just gave Daniel Jones the same kind of money Dak Prescott is making. He's really making more because he got an incentivized contract where he can increase that value in it, right? That Joe Burrow, they are working out a contract. He's supposed to reset the market. Justin Herbert is supposed to reset the market. Lamar Jackson is looking to reset the market. So, it is what it is. Said Lenny Holmes, yes, it's worth it. Dak ain't winning on Super Bowls anyway, so what are we losing? First round losses or late round draft picks? I never paid Dak 50. Well, that's the thing. Like, none of us are paying anybody anything. That's a personal opinion. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Dak or the next quarterback. Like, that is the going rate for what a quarterback will be when it's time to sign his extension. And when you actually look at it, you do not know if Dak Prescott will win a championship or not, right? Because it took Peyton Manning, who we all agree is a better quarterback, it took him 9 years to win a championship, right? So it took Drew Brees 9 years to win a championship. Matthew Stafford took 13 years. It took 13 years for Hall of Famer, what's the boy name from Denver? You know what I'm talking about. John Elway. It took John Elway like 13 years to win a championship. So like there's no time frames on success. Like some guys come in and win a championship off the bat. Some guys take damn near a decade to get it done. So as long as the quarterback is productive, you need to stick with them and just put them in positions to try and get you there. And really, these past 2 seasons are the only season that Dak Prescott and the Cowboys have been in position, to even try and win a championship consistently. Because, all these other years, it would be we go to the playoffs, we miss the playoffs. Go to the playoffs, miss the playoffs. Miss the playoffs, go to the playoffs. Well, these last 2 seasons is the most, consistent that we have been with making it to the playoffs. So, as long as we make it to the playoffs, we actually have a chance to compete for a championship. Now, all these other years we were going 8-8, 6-10, missing the playoffs, 9-7. That's over with. Like I believe with Mike McCarthy, we will always be in position to at least make the playoffs. So as long as you're always making the playoffs, you have the position to actually compete. Mm-hmm. First year we had a shot, I believe, in Cooper first year. Yeah, 2016 was the most realistic year because Dak Prescott was on a rookie deal. Ezekiel Elliott was still fresh. We had the best offensive line in football. I think really if Dez Bryant was completely healthy for the entirety of the year, it would have been a different story. Hey, baby, everybody, give a shout out to my wife, Cena, coming into the chat. Show baby some love. I'm not sure Dak worth $50 million either, but it is what it is. Danny Dime overpaid. Yeah, I agree with you. Like Danny Dime, you could say is overpaid, but but he hasn't accomplished anything. Like when you look at Dak Prescott's pedigree, he's top 10 all time in passer rating, completion percentage, touchdown interception ratio. He's top 25 all time in win percentage for a player. So like he has had like great numbers. Yeah, like he had one bad season throwing interceptions because he broke his thumb. Outside of that, like I said, like he does not have a turnover problem. Let's see. What up, Henny Low? Hey, Action Pal, appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for wishing my wife love. So yeah, man. So we talked about Dak Prescott contract for almost an hour at this point. I ain't even touched on Ezekiel Elliott yet, so let's jump into that real quick. So it has been Jared Jones is crazy. I was just gonna say it like that. So when they talked to Jared Jones, he said there was still a possibility of Ezekiel Elliott returning to the Dallas Cowboys, right? So I don't really know how that's possible. You gave the man's number away, right? You gave number 21 to Stephon Gilmore. So I'm not really sure. You gave the man number away. You did, and listen, it was being reported they did not even offer him, a chance to restructure. They did not offer him a chance to take a discounted deal. They just cut Zeke. So that's disrespectful in of itself. So you really could have did the same thing to effect by just giving him the restructure. You would have saved about $7 million and kept him on the roster without going through all this headache. So and I think he's really just selling a pipe dream. I think he's selling a pipe dream with that. I don't think that he'll bring Ezekiel Elliott back. It might be some hurt feelings with the woo. Yeah, I think he said it for attention. Remember, this is the same man that said he used to think about Dez Bryant in the shower, and he still did not give that man a contract. You remember he said that crazy mess? He used to think about Dez Bryant in the shower. So no, I don't really believe he'll bring Zeke back. So I don't think he'll bring Zeke back. He had a chance to retain Zeke, giving him giving him a restructure, lowering his cap hit, and keeping him. You didn't even have to cut Zeke. So you chose to cut him. You gave away his number. I think it's lip service. It's a very right. Pause. I think they have resentment from Zeke. That's a possibility. Jerry a rump. Man, y'all be in here wilding. He said he's a rump wrangler. Hey, how are you doing tonight, Michael? Oh, okay, you're showing love. Yeah, it was disrespectful. And listen, I understand why Stephon Gilmore would want number 21. He's a cornerback. He probably grew up idolizing Deion Sanders. Like Deion Sanders played for the Dallas Cowboys. You know, he got a chance to win a championship, you know, in Dallas. So, you know, he has the same opportunity. You know, he get to wear the number of a player, you know, that he looked up to, who's a Hall of Famer. Stephon Gilmore might be a Hall of Famer himself when it's all said and done. So, you know, like it was a no-brainer. Like, you know, really Deion Sanders set the tone for number 21s in Dallas. So I understand why he would want it. But, you know, you don't give away somebody's number. Ezekiel Elliott rushed for almost 10,000 yards wearing number 21. So, you know, but I did see where, you know, Zeke said he wanted his old number 15 back. I don't know if that's foreshadowing or anything like that. But, you know, if Zeke comes back, he can get number 15. He can wear number 15, his old college number. And, you know, but, you know, it's all like a pipe dream right now for Jerry Jones. I don't think it'll really happen, but it's fun to talk about. JC, what's up with you, man? Hey, we're going to have to do something this weekend, man. We're going to have to do something this weekend, my boy. I'm gonna hit your DMs, man. We're gonna set up a show time because I'm free Saturday to do shows. So just let me know something. Let me know your schedule. We get something worked out. I know. I don't think Dak would like the way that they gave Zeke numbers away either. I say they're very close. They're good friends. You know, I don't think that he wanted to see him go at all. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't think Gilmore cold-blooded. You know, that was a number that was available. It had a very deep, significant meaning to him. Said most definitely, bro. Saturday or Sunday. I'll get with you closer to time and we'll figure out a day. Definitely figure out a time. Get that done, bro. So yes, I do appreciate you. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's dumb to even sit here and talk about it. You know, it'll be weird to bring Zeke back now. Let me see. Still coming off an ACL injury, going to training camp. He probably is a swing tackle. Tyron gonna get hurt. So let's get. Man, listen. I saw that report. I thought that that in itself needed its own show. You know, give me time to break the numbers down on why that's a stupid idea to start Tyron Smith at right tackle. Because he didn't play good at right tackle. If anything, the best offensive lineup the Dallas Cowboys can put out there is Tyron Smith at left tackle, Tyler Smith at left guard, Biadasz at center, Zach Martin at right guard, and then Terrence Steele at right tackle. Like, that is the best offensive line that they could put out there. On all levels, that is the best offensive line they could put out there. So the fact, you know, that they're playing around with it. And listen, they are reporting that Terrence Steele should be ready by training camp. All right. It's not, he's already ahead of schedule. He does not have to be ready to play a single game until September. I appreciate that, JC. That you say that I'm good energy. I believe you are too, my boy. So, hey, everybody that has not already went over there and showed my boy JC Cowboy Network love on his channel, please go over there, like, hit the subscribe button, share his content. He be dropping 5 film breakdown, man. So y'all need to tap in with my boy. Is T.Y. Hilton still on the roster? No, T.Y. Hilton is a free agent. 9 times out of 10, he is not going to sign with anybody until later in the season. He's going to do like he did last year. He'll probably sign with a team in December or November for a late playoff push. He's older, man. He ain't trying to go through OTAs, and he has very limited, you know, tread left on the tire. So, you know, he wants to spend that actually making plays in the postseason. So, you know, T.Y. Hilton, he really already hit all the plateaus you want. I think he already hit the 10,000-yard plateau. He made all his Pro Bowl selections. The only thing that he needs to complete his resume is a Super Bowl. So, you know, there really is no reason for him to come back and play before then. Yeah, let Tyler Smith. Well, I don't know. Okay, listen, he was horrible run blocking as a right tackle because when Tyron came back, they didn't give him his job back at left tackle. They gave him his job at right tackle. So, until I see, hey, what's up with you, man? I appreciate you tapping in with me, my boy. So, yeah, man. So, like, until I see Tyron Smith play bad at left tackle, I think he should play left tackle. Because Tyler is still so young. He is still so young that he can bounce back and forth, man. He already has extended snaps at both positions at this point. So I don't see the harm in playing him there because he's good at both. He's good at both. So let's take a look. Last thing we're going to talk about before we get out of here, though, we are going to just chop it up about Steve Avila. I'm just going to show you his scouting report. So pretty much we all saw the interview. Like, he wants to play for Dallas. He's campaigning to play in Dallas. He said it would be a dream come true. He is from Dallas. Like, he's from Fort Worth, Texas. Played at TCU. He wants to play in Dallas so he does not have to leave the Texas area. I don't blame him. Right? I don't blame him. Now, I'm not necessarily sure that he's the best guard. There is a case for, hey, what's up with you, Dunny Holmes? I appreciate you for tapping in with me, boy. So, yeah, man. So, like, I think, there is, a case for Osiris Torrance to be the better guard. There's a case for Steve. But, I'm just going to go ahead and pull up his grades, his scouting report, and we'll go from there. So what you got to like about him, he has the ability to play both center and guard if we're talking about Steve. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. This is his scouting report, draft profile over here at NFLDraftBuzz.com. He's from Arlington, Texas. He plays center and he plays guard. He'll probably be a guard at the next level. Some people have him with a first round grade. Some people have him with a second round grade. This is obviously a site that has him with a second round grade. As you see, he says he's second late. Played 36 games in college. Took over 2,000 snaps. So, that's a beautiful thing. 2021, he was first team All Big 12. 2021, he was second team All Big 12. He was honorable mention in 2020. So these are his strengths. Coordinated when moving to the second level as a run blocker, capable of landing blocks on the move, shows very good vertical speed, very quick getting to the second level in the run game, has a very solid athletic physique and prototypical size for the position, standing 6'3", 332 pounds. So he a big boy. Very versatile prospect as he played all 2020. He played all 2022 and 2020. Like I said, he played all 2022 and 2020 at left guard and 2021 at center. So, he has good versatility. Shows a good initial burst after the snap with the ability to sink his hips and generate movement. He's a heavy and savvy pass protector, capable of making plays and setting protection at the line of scrimmage. He has the strength and power to handle bull rushes. He anchors well. Elite size and power firing off the line of scrimmage and capable of creating movement in the run game. His hands are outstanding, has a superior strong grip. He latches on and doesn't let go. In the run game, plays with elite power as a drive blocker. Natural knee bender who stays low and gets nice leverage and pass protection. Avila plays with good leverage despite his taller frame, and he's a surprisingly good mover for his size, showing fluidity and flexibility when blocking on the second level. Showing some nastiness to his game, Avila will sustain blocks through the whistle, thriving when he's in the phone booth. So it sounds like he's very physical and nasty. All right, so let's look at the weaknesses because we are fair over here. We don't just show the positive. If there's a hole in your game, we will highlight it and we will speak on it. He has a habit of panicking on reach blocks, lunging and grabbing rather than trusting his athleticism to get him in position, which could lead to flags for holding. His lateral movement skills aren't elite as is his overall hip flexibility. Is particularly susceptible to stunts, will need help laterally. He'll have some trouble with quickness as a pass protector. Avila needs to make better use of his hands, and he often stops his feet once he makes initial contact as a pass protector. Has shown his struggles to pick up speed rushing moves. At times, he looks hesitant when facing stunts and twists. Obvious quickness is a little limited, as is his change of direction skills. So we got a long list of positives, a couple of negatives. So just looking at his initial scouting report, what do y'all think about the boy? What you think? Just looking at that. Could take over at center. It's a possibility. If you're not sold on Tyler Biadasz, he could play center. So, like you got, and listen, the Dallas Cowboys always say they're big on position flex. Like they see now that Tyler Smith can play left tackle and left guard. They like him for that. Same thing with Avila. If they draft him, he could play center if need be. He could play guard if need be. So, it is what it is. I like Steve just from this, but let's take a look real quick at PFF. All right. He did not grade out particularly well last year, but he has consistent play. As a run blocker last year, he was a 66.6. As a pass blocker, he was an 83.6. All right. He only gave up 2 hits. He did not give up a single sack. He only gave up 9 hurries. So in his entire 3-year career as a player, he only gave up 4 sacks. Right. So that's what you need to know. He is good in protection. He only graded out as a 71 this year, but he did play over 1,000 snaps. He played over 540 pass blocking snaps. And within those 540 snaps, he did not give up a single snap. He took a snap at left tackle. 1,010 of his snaps came at left guard. 7 of his snaps came at center. He even took a snap at right guard. So, he has a lot of versatility. You got to like it. You got to like it. So look, I like him as a prospect. He's young, he's big, pretty athletic. A lot of those things you can work on. A lot of errors in this game you can really work on. I like Andrew Voorhees. He'll pretty much be redshirting this year because of the injury, but he was a name that people were talking about before his injury. So if he's there in the later round, I take him. There's no harm in it. Definitely no harm in it at all. But hey, man, I've been on here for an hour. I appreciate y'all for the love and support. On your way out, please hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button, and hit the donation button. You can hit the Cash App, $ Hennythemoor. You want to see anything for our efforts to go to the draft. Remember, drink or drive responsibly. But if you see an Eagles fan in the road, you have my permission to run their ass over. You already know what it is, man. It's the boy Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store, and I'm out.